I came across a very interesting video on YouTube under the title Take Off Your Hijab. For those of you who didn't watch the video, this video is about a girl who was murdered by her father for not wearing the hijab. At the end of this video, this YouTuber wants us to make a video response to hers, and she wants us to take off our hijab and say we support Aqsa. Aqsa is the girl who was murdered by her father. Fair enough. Well, this is my response to you. As you can see, this is my pic, and I'm wearing my pride, and I will not take it off, and I do not support Aqsa. Period. Do you know what's wrong with you, America? Is that whenever you have a crime done by a Muslim, you make all this propaganda and make the story really big one. But if exactly the same story is happening to a Jew or a Christian, you will not dare talk about them. Why? Is this a freedom in America? I don't think so. And yes, I have to admit, I cannot take off my hijab even if I want to. This is very impossible. But it's not mom and dad that I'm afraid of. It's not the Muslim community that I'm afraid of. It's not people around me that I'm afraid of. By the way, I'm a very courageous person. I can do whatever I want to do. If I want to take off my hijab, I will take it off, as simple as this. And yes, I have to admit, I cannot take off my hijab even if I want to. By the way, I'm a very courageous person. I can do whatever I want to do. If I want to take off my hijab, I will take it off, as simple as this. But there is something that I fear. I fear Allah. I fear God. And that's why I keep wearing my hijab. And do you know what's wrong with you in America? It's that you don't have these values. You have crimes every second, horrible crimes. You have a woman is raped every 2 minutes. Because people in America do not feel that someone is watching them. And if you do not feel that someone is watching you, you don't fear anything. You will do whatever you want to do. For Aqsa, well, I do not support her. And do you know why I do not support her? Is because she did not respect Allah's commandment for wearing the hijab. And that's why she has no support from me. Period. Well, you know what? I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for women in America and Europe. Well, look at any advertisement. Is a woman being used to sell the product? How old is she? How attractive is she? What is she wearing? More often than not, that woman will be no older than her early 20s, taller, slimmer, and more attractive than average, dressed in skimpy clothing. Why do we allow ourselves to be manipulated like this? Whether the 90s woman wishes to believe it or not, she is being forced into a mold. She is being coerced into selling herself, into compromising herself. This is why we have 13-year-old girls in America sticking their fingers down their throats, and overweight adolescents hanging themselves. When people ask me if I feel oppressed, I can honestly say no. I made this decision out of my own free will. I like the fact that I'm taking control of the way other people perceive me. I enjoy the fact that I don't give anyone anything to look at, and that I have released myself from the bondage of the sewing pendulum of the fashion industry and other institutions that exploit females. My body is my own business. Nobody can tell me how I should look or whether or not I'm beautiful. I know that there is more than to me than that. I have taken control of my sexuality. I am thankful I will never have to suffer the fate of trying to gain weight, or trying to find the exact lipstick shade that will go with my own skin color. I have made choices about what my priorities are, and these are not among them. So next time when you see me, do not look at me sympathetically. I am not under duress or a male worshipping female captive from the barbarous Arab deserts. I've been liberated. And let me tell you something really important. Today people think that women are liberated in the West, and that the women's liberation movement began in the 20th century. Well, this is not true. Actually, the women's liberation movement was not begun by women, but was revealed by God to a man in the 17th century by the name of Muhammad.
I've been playing around and I fucking jerked it up my asshole. Welcome to my